Hello everybody, I am Renzo Mox, and today it's quite an anomaly. This is a video that I was going to do a long time ago, then postponed, and now I'm doing again for reasons. This is my 100% review of every Bionicle set. Now it's not an all-one video, don't worry about that. This is basically going to be me going over the review, kind of like what LJ does at the end of each of his years. I'll be going over the story, like new pieces and stuff like that, and just other stuff, like collectibles. So first of all, I do apologize if you cannot see everything in this picture. All the skull villains are shunted off to the back, so you can only really see like hints of them. You can see hints of Kulta and hints of Skull Basher. I apologize. You can also see not every set is in plain view. That's what I'm trying to say. So I am sorry. It was really hard trying to get these sets into one shot due to the fact that the camera doesn't let me and that they're way too close. Maybe if I back them up a bit, who knows. Here, I'll try a different angle. Let's try this. It's a bit better. Okay, that seems to be a bit better. It still doesn't show everything. Sorry about my squeaky chair. But it is better than nothing. So let's get started with the story. Story-wise, 2015, it is the return of Bionicle, the classic line, that I believe, technically 5 years by this logic, but I guess it's still 4. It's either 4 or 5, I'm stupid for not knowing this. But anyways, this story consists of an island named Okoto, and on this island are multiple villagers that look exactly like these guys. The guys with the identical masks. Even the guy in the front, Big Akimu. Anyway, speaking of Akimu, this guy and his brother Makuta, who is not in set form, not yet anyways, they were brothers and created masks for these islanders. The protectors, if you know what I'm talking about. Not them, but yeah, I think he probably did make their masks. Akimu always made better masks than Makuta, so Makuta grew envious and decided to forge an evil plan, causing him to combine all the elements to create the strongest mask, the mask of ultimate power. Insert weird noise here. Basically here, Akimu figured out what was going on, and his only goal, realizing that he would have to defeat his brother, he decided to knock the mask off of Makuta, sending a large shockwave around the island, sending Akimu and Makuta into different sleeps. Well, mostly Akimu. Well, it sent both brothers into endless sleeps. But as we know, that's clearly not true. I mean, he's right there. Now, many years later, skull spiders, these things, have been attacking Okoto. And basically the protectors, the elders, these guys right here, they don't know what to do. They're strong, sure, but they can't defeat hordes of skull spiders, not to mention the Lord of Skull Spiders, this big guy right here, that big guy. So, in order to defeat them, these protectors call upon the great Toa down from the heavens, using the prophecy of heroes that was given to them long ago by Akimu. Once the Toa are called down, they arrive on the island of Okoto much later, and they have a few goals. The protectors, the villager elders, decide to lead the Toa to their to their golden mask that are hidden away in each shrine. Once that job is done, they must head to the ancient city, fight off more evil, and awaken the mask maker, only to defeat the evil skull grinder, the guy in the back there. That's basically the overall story. It's not too complex, nothing too insane, but I think it's pretty good for a first year story. It's just a common quest type story, and it's okay. Now let's get on to the functions of this year, because there are many to be had. First of all, given to us in the $10 protector sets, we were given these stud launchers, seen to be in many forms on these sets. Kivoda, the protector of water, right there, who is a guy, has it as a sort of gun a double-handed gun. Vizuna, the protector of jungle, has it as a bow. Nilku, the protector of stone, has it as some sort of staff, very similar to the bow. Narmoto, the protector of fire, has it as a shoulder cannon. Korgot, the protector of earth, well, she has it as a chest-mounted thing. And then finally, Isotor, who is very difficult to see, just has it as a regular gun. And basically the fundamental attribute of this, it's very technicky, it has lots of pieces, but if you turn a gear or a knob, that activates it. And it's the same function, it just shoots studs, and you lose them. Luckily enough, these sets seem to give you lots of extra ones. And the same function does apply to Ikimu of 2015, and the same function was given to Skull Warrior as well. The only sets to include the next function, the gearbox, and the stud shooters are Ikimu and Skull Warrior. So let's move on to the next function that I just mentioned, the gearbox, which was given to all the Masters this year, or Toa if you prefer. I prefer Masters, but who cares? It was built in two types of ways. One-arm swinging function, which was given to Gali, Liwa, just Gali, Pohatu, and Kopaka, and the double-arm swinging function, which was given to Liwa, Tahu, and Onua. This function is built differently for each character, especially on Onua, where he's given an entirely custom build. And other functions to be mentioned are Loss's grabbing function, which he is an entirely built Technic creature, so that makes sense, and Skull Scorpio's tail function, as well as Skull Basher's bashing function. And that's pretty much it for all the functions. Of course, there was secondary functions where on each set, I will bring up Ikimu to demonstrate this. There was a knob on their eye stalk, and what you do is, let me just adjust the head so it doesn't hit the back of the gearbox. The mask would go flying if you were to hit the eye stalk, and it was pretty fun. And actually, let me demonstrate the two other functions that I was going to demonstrate. Here's the gearbox, as you can see, yellow gear. This is the same for all the Toa, so don't worry. And this is a one-arm set, so moves very smoothly. And I would still show the stud launching function, which in this case doesn't have a knob, but instead you just turn the back of the hammer and it shoots out. And as much as I would love to showcase that, I don't really want to lose any studs. So go check out the review of the Protector or Ikimu, because I think I do cover it. Now let's get on to the collectibles of this year. Because, like it or not, there are actually some collectibles. First of all, you would not call the Golden Mask collectibles because they come in each set, but there are lots of masks to be in each set. First of all, let's discuss, before we get on to the Golden Mask, let's talk about the Skull Spiders, which come in three fundamental colors. Silver, green, this new, I believe it's called tea green, and then a Metro blue. First of all, the Skull Spider itself is pretty much just a walking mask with limbs attached to it. It's pretty well designed, actually. Let me see if I can get a better angle. I tried my best. But basically, the legs can move around, And the basic function of these guys is that they're supposed to latch onto any of these sets' heads and kind of possess them, like Krana or something. And they either come like this, or an alternate build for this would be this, adding a tail, because this is Skull Scorpion. So yeah, they come in three colors, which is kind of boring considering the fact that in the animations these were shown to be in many more colors, but I digress. It's not really as big as a problem. Now let's talk about each of the golden masks. Each Toa get a golden mask, representing their regular mask. I will go through them all. Gali gets her golden mask of water. Speaking of which, I just wanted to mention, this is a new mask connection. Right now it doesn't seem that incredible, but back then it was always just the stud, or not stud, why would I say stud? The axle connection. Now it's a pop-on, so it makes it much more loose, and I actually like that. Liwa gets I believe it's called the Golden Mask of Jungle, and I particularly like this one for some reason. Kind of looks different from different angles. Pohatu gains himself the Golden Mask of Stone. I especially like this one. Tahu Tahu gains the Golden Mask of Fire, which looks awesome on him. Unua gets the Golden Mask of Earth. Pardon. Oh, sorry, knocked the camera down a bit. And Kopaka gains the Golden Mask of Ice. Very, very appropriate. But it wasn't just those masks. There were alternate versions of these masks released. In the Skull Warrior set, we were given the drained or infected Golden Mask of Ice. So this is meant to be the same mask that Kopaka has, only draining with power. So it's half trans blue, half gold. So that's cool. The drained Golden Mask of Jungle that came in the Skull Slicer set. And the drained Golden Mask of Earth. I really like this one. And then finally the drained Golden Mask of Stone. It's very bright. Very nice. Let me see if I can try to get more. No, I can't. Okay. But of course, there was one last mask that you can obviously see. It was on all the boxes. It was the poster boy for this year, and mostly everyone's favorite type of mask. The Mask of Creation. This mask itself actually comes on a stand, which I did wish that the other masks did come on, but I digress. So first of all, really nice. It's probably one of my favorite masks in years, or probably of this entire year. Now, I don't have time to go through each and every character's mask, but point is, these collectibles are pretty cool. I will also mention the inclusion of different masks, which I don't have. There are alternate packs. There are different other LEGO Store exclusive things that I do not own. Examples being the Hero Pack, which was available to me, but I didn't get, unfortunately, which included another blue Skull Spider, a trans-orange, all trans-orange, trans-orange Tahu mask, and a few different things, like a sticker sheet and like a map, or a poster. Then there was the first thing released. It was a Comic-Con exclusive to when Bionicle was first released. It was a clear Tahu mask. So you have clear and trans-orange, which are pretty good options. And then, later, you had a trans neon green Skull Slicer mask. Let me show you. Oh, crap. Slicer's down. I'm sorry, I can't pick it back up. But this is his mask. It came in trans neon green, so that's pretty cool. Just throw that to the side. I don't know where he is. He's dead. I would really get him, but he's actually pretty far away. He fell far. But anyways. And then recently, I'm not sure if it's been released in America. I don't think yet. But it's online. It's the golden Kulta mask. And you can kind of see his mask in the background. Just go watch the review of the Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder. That mask can appear in gold, and I believe it gets its own mask stand. So let's wrap up on the thoughts with the sets. I was going to go over new parts, but just seems like a bit of a hassle. Overall, new parts are actually pretty limited. Actually, no, it's not limited. We got a lot of new parts this year. We got a lot of new weapon pieces, which is good for old fans because they started looking a lot more like older pieces. And we just got a bunch of new armor plates and just everything about this, new heads, it was great. Now let's wrap up my thoughts. Okay, so personally, I really, really love this year overall. It was very expensive for me, unfortunately. Very expensive. And I can't help but realize that the next year is going to be even more expensive. But I cannot wait for the next year. And LEGO has proven to me that they can do a really good job at making or bringing back Bionicle. But some people have been saying that this is not the return of Bionicle. This is just the warm-up. People are believing that the next year is going to be the return. And we'll just have to see. Anyways, overall, 2015 gets a very good rating from me, being one of its best years in my opinion. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm Renzo Mox, and good night.